iced coffee, panic attack. Drink iced coffee, panic attack.
Hello, 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 Asa. How are you? Thank you for the hydrate. I desperately need it. I have not had very much water today, and I need to remedy that. And I think Ally would be proud of me saying that. Oh man, my my roommate and I went, and basically all day today we're cleaning in preparation of moving back into our house on Friday. And I didn't think to take my water bottle because I didn't think we had like working water, or like our fridge wasn't, because our fridge has a water dispenser, like filtered water, and so I didn't think it was hooked up. And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I was not fine. I mean, I did have like a drinks. Like we went to the store beforehand, and I got an Arizona iced tea, and then I had the Olipop with dinner because we went to go get stuff from the store for dinner. I got that, but it's just like my body needs water, and I can feel it. How are you? How is everybody? How are things? I like haven't been at my computer all day, and I'm trying to reorient myself to where everything is. Uh, okay, we're gonna do retainers, and then we have roulettes. And then I think I'm gonna actually do MSQ after that, but I don't know, because it's gonna hurt my feelings. It is going to hurt my heart. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you as well, Asa or Matt. Isn't there some Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb, but I don't think you're gonna think it's dumb. But isn't there some like really big like week of fighting thing coming up or happening soon? Because I feel like I saw something about that, but I don't remember a lot of details. And then I was like, you know who would know? Asa and Matt would know. Because I sure as heck don't know. Or oh my god, I'm so tired. This is gonna be fun. Trying to stay awake. Oh gosh, I forgot. Like, I haven't like deep cleaned anything for a really long time, and it was like 5 hours of deep cleaning, and I forgot what that felt like. I was like, wait, I've lost track in the past few weeks. Oh no. I hope everything's okay. What do we... What do I want to run for roulettes? This is the problem. I don't know what job to do. Maybe... Scholar? Question mark? Title fight is next weekend. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go... Do we go... Okay, Issa. Do we go with this one, or do we go with our ridiculous outfit from yesterday? What do you think? I am also super scatterbrained, like all the time. I think the ton head is revolting. Okay. Okay, we'll go with our normal outfit without the ton head. It's a very strong reaction, but I respect it. I would do DPS, but I don't. I would like the not DPS queues, which means we're either running as a healer or we're running as a tank, but I am not tanking shit, so we're running as the healer. Like, even if I wanted to tank, I don't think I have enough brain capacity right now. I don't think my brain would be here for it. Revolting might be strong, but I stand by it. I mean, I think it's definitely a polarizing fashion accessory, right? Either you love it or you hate it, and there's no in between. I could have done Summoner. That's fine. That's fine. We'll do Scholar today. Oh my god, the Lola has a lion head. Oh, that's precious. I love that. Oh, wait, how are we on? I think we're, yeah, never mind. We're good on, oh my god, can I talk? The answer is, no. No, I cannot talk, in fact. I cannot do words today, apparently. So, you know, we're just gonna roll with it. We are just going to make this work. Forget the words only, Stab. Is that you understand me on a spiritual level, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. We are here to murder and to look hot. Like, you know, look good. Like that's what we're here for. This is our objective. And I think our bun girl accomplishes both very well. Look good, stab good, exactly. I missed the jump. Apparently, this is boding very well for what the night is going to be like. This is foretelling a wonderful night with no problems whatsoever. Hi Rift, how are you? Oh my god. Oh my, can I please just move? Can I please not get hit? That would be really nice. Oh goodness. It is certainly a day that we are having. You're okay. Well, if you can speak in full coherent sentences, you're miles above me. Because apparently I cannot do words today. Yeah, we have to go that way. But I hope everything has been okay. Maybe I should just do not get hit by the cyclone literally every time it comes over. That would be nice. Maybe today's the Eureka Farm Day. Maybe that's where our brain is at. Have I ever done that? Yes. I cannot, I cannot do words, so. Also, if anybody else can't speak words coherently today, then I am right there with you. I believe your night will be triumphant despite your lack on word control. Thank you. Do you mean the dungeon? Or I don't remember this at all. This is Neverreap. It is, I think, a Heavensward dungeon. So, you know, there's the Sea of Clouds and the bird people that I cannot remember the actual name of their beast tribe right now. It's up there. It doesn't come up in roulettes a lot, from my experience at least. Like, I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been here. If I have, I don't believe you. That's fair. This is one of those that, like, I know I've done before, but I could not tell you a single thing about what happens here or the mechanics of any boss. Literally no recollection whatsoever. And level 60 was Heavensward, right? I'm trying to remember where this comes in like the scope of what you're doing in the game. And I am drawing a blank. I would like to get, there we go. Get the perspective. Six Years Heavensward. Yeah, I don't. All I know is it's in the cloud top? Sea of Clouds, whichever one is the actual correct name. I can't tell you much more than that, unfortunately. Oh, buddy. Oh, you were taking much damage, friends. Crawler doesn't have a healing over time, right? I mean, I know Aetherpax does that, but we don't have that yet because that's 70. Like, what I'm thinking, what my instinct was is like, oh, I just want to put a regen on our tank, but I don't think I have anything. Also, don't mind the bottom bar that has like the things that I don't quite know how to use on Scholar. We just do the basic stuff and it seems to be fine. I just always feel bad because Scholar was the class I took through ARR. It's the first one I like really did, and then it's like the early stuff you get, I totally understand. A lot of the stuff you start getting higher, like at higher levels, I just don't understand the app, like when you're supposed to use it. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Oh, I am not in that 8. I really thought I was that guy. I thought I was our summoner. I thought I was positioned where he was. Yeah, this is gonna be a great night. we are having a time. Oh, this guy has the totem things. I remember that. I'm missing out on the healing latte. Oh no. Well, this is our first true light. If you would like to join for the others, you are more than welcome. I have decided to start healing on Scholar again. For literally no reason. And I understand about 3/4 of the abilities that I have, but I promise I will do my best to keep you alive. And everybody in here. I will do my best to keep people alive with what I do understand. So I think, if I remember correctly, wait, did these go in or do they go out? I'm assuming they go out. I really hope I'm not wrong about that. I guess we'll find out. Alright, if I pop that there. My sub expired on Monday and I have no money to renew now. Oh no, you are totally fine. If you would like to live the chaos vicariously, I am more than happy to provide chaotic entertainment. That's where I was a couple weeks ago. Oh, I ran out of Aether Flow. My bad. My bad. That's why I'm here. Well, I am happy to provide chaotic Final Fantasy XIV vibes. Because my brain is apparently only like halfway here today. So we're just gonna roll with it. Oh, you know what I could do today, actually? I could unlock Boja. I think I can do that. I think I started the question for it. I don't remember. I don't know what you do there, but it's oh god, no, I don't want to be in the water, please. No, thank you. I basically don't know what I want to do today in this game. I was gonna do, I was thinking post Shadowbringers MSQ, but I don't know that I am emotionally prepared to get my heart hurt, which is definitely what will happen. So I have no real idea once we finish our roulettes what the plan is. It's like Eureka, but you actually get XP for your classes. Oh, that's so cool. Actually. I like Eureka. I just am not always in the mood for the solo grinds, which is generally what I have to do if I want to do anything in there. It's how I level my classes from 70 to 80. Oh, that's smart. Oh, classes anyway. Yeah, it seems like it would be fast. I normally just run whatever I want to level through roulettes and then do it that way, but if Bojet is an easier way to level all classes, then we might swap to that way of doing it. Because like I found going from like 1 to like 30 to get the job stone is not super hard. But then after that, I'm just like, well, now what do we do? You know? I don't remember this guy at all. Could not tell you a single thing that's gonna happen in the fight. MSQ being the best XP, but when you finish MSQ, Bojo works well. Oh yeah, I guess at some point you do finish MSQ, yeah. That seems really obvious when I say it out loud. But like, I have not yet caught up, so I don't think I have actually actively thought about. I have no idea what that target's gonna do. Okay, reach up Divine Miss. But like, what to do to level, because that is like a really, really good way to level. Like once I get actually caught up, that has not crossed my mind yet. Easier to understand than Eureka? Oh, that's nice. So before the teaching day that Sarah did, I went in one day on my own, like a week or so before that, a week or two, and I was so confused. I was like, I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know what the numbers mean. I figured out some of it on my own, but like for the most part, I was pretty lost. And then she was like, we're doing a teaching Thursday on Eureka. And I was like, this is literally perfect. Oh, that's right. She's doing Boja tomorrow. I completely forgot about that. Actually, might be around. I'm moving on Friday. So I'm not super sure. Oh, I had the target and I didn't realize. I'm not super sure if I have to go prep anything else tomorrow during the day, if I'll be able to go. If I can make it. Oh, no. I don't want to be in the wave. I don't want to be in the wave. Oh my god. Everything hurts so much. So if I can make it, that would be really, really nice actually. I hope your Airbnb adventure treats you well. When I say, Riff, that I am so ready to be home, I am so ready to be home. I am tired of Airbnbs. I like Airbnbs, but my roommate and I have been in Airbnbs since like mid-January, and we're at the end of March. I'm feeling ready to be back in like my own bed. Oh, oh, hello. Somebody else is exactly in the spot. What are the odds of that? That would be a thing. Why do I have... Did I get the die from the dungeon? I am so confused right now about that. I also forgot to eat food. No, I didn't. I did eat food. Oh my god. Thank you everybody for bearing with me while I try to get my brain to work. Yeah, thankfully, like, moving isn't gonna be too bad because it's not like we're moving like a bunch of furniture. Like, we're not moving furniture. I'm just knocking things over. Um, it's just like boxes and stuff, and like my computer, and then my roommate has their computer and a bunch of stuff. And I also don't remember this fight at all. How much longer we will be away from home? Less than 48 hours. We move on Friday morning. Which is going to be a bigger process. Like, moving out of the Airbnb won't be that bad, but so basically why we're not in our house, my roommate and I, is because a while ago, like, I don't remember when, but at some point before I lived with my roommate, the dishwasher flooded, and the downstairs of the house that we live in is wood floors, and the floors got ruined. So my roommate filed an insurance claim, and so they are redoing the floors, replacing them. Oh, I really thought for a second I was okay. So we had to move a bunch of furniture from the downstairs of the house into a storage unit. While, god damn it, while we are in the Airbnb. So like, moving out of this house isn't gonna be that bad, but what's gonna take a lot longer is getting everything from the storage unit to the house and then putting everything back and yada yada yada. Yeah, the move is back home. Thank goodness. I have not really been feeling it. Like, I've been totally fine. I've traveled long term, like, for like... Oh, hi? I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go, and everybody's moving, and I'm trying to adjust for where everybody's moving. And that just was bad. That was very bad. Okay. We got our other... We got our white mage. We got this... Oh, they're up. Alright, we'll just do quick healing and shielding and stuff. And then we raise. But yeah, the last speakers though, I've just been like, I'm ready. I am ready to be back in our own place. So yeah, move us back home, which I am endlessly thankful for. So yeah, home stretch, and then hopefully I don't have to move again for a while. Oh, I remember this part. I do not remember the first part of this, but I do remember this. Do I remember what to do here? No. But we'll figure it out. Okay. They're being rogues. None of this looks familiar to me at all. This is, it's a side chain of blue quests from Stormblood. So you go down into... Oh, this is not the right place to be. That's fine. You go down into a temple, and there are... I did not expect that to kill me. I forgot what they're called, but there are these, like, animal beings that are... I think they're over, like, 1,000 years old, and they can communicate with humans, and there was a samurai that helped them. Hold on. Give me one sec. Oh god. You know what? No, we're fine. We're fine. That's fine. Okay, we do that. And so you go, this one, I think it's a turtle, asks you to help his fellow beings who have been consumed by rage, and you're helping them. Like, these fights are helping them to clear out their rage so that they aren't consumed by it and don't destroy the world, I think, is what I remember. That's a very, very, very pieced together explanation from what I remember about the story of it. Of this. Yeah, they're in the volcano. That whole series of things. So, like, I have done these fights a few times at this point, but I don't actually, like, I haven't done them enough where it's like, I know it, like, I know the fight and I feel comfortable with it, you know? So I think I just will eventually get to a point where they have... I've gone through them enough that, like, they stick in my brain, like, the Realm Reborn extremes and stuff, and those fights are, like, burned into my brain. You can carry me through it later. I can try to carry. Where this isn't the level of stuff that, like, I enjoy it, but I feel like I'm just fumbling through. As far as fights go, I also think when I did this fight, the other times I've done it, I was DPSing, which is definitely a different experience than healing it. Because I think I was Dancer, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're just trying to keep people alive and not die a lot. Although I know I died twice. We don't have to talk about that. We did not make it. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we got some work. We go away from everybody. Hi, why are you always coming to me to not ask for this? Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so, like, for me, the way that I've moved through this game, I spent so long after a Realm leveling other classes, that, like, I did all of those fights on so many classes, so I know them so well. But, like, after that, I don't know any as well because I started just doing MSQ more. Oh, hello. Holy AoEs. Also, I don't know. I don't know if anybody can explain it to me, but why is Scholar's AoE ability melee and literally everything else is ranged? I will never understand that. Carrie confirms on stream I have receipts. You do. I will do my best, but I make no promises. But you also do have receipts. Okay. So this is actually going better though because nobody died on the first phase, which we did before. So maybe clear on the second pull? That would be fun. Okay, a few big heals. Okay. I think we've got this. Wait, what word? Oh god. Wait, where? Why? Why hands? Why hands so big? Oh, phases. Oh, we're fine. Are you... No, we're fine. We're chill. I'm the only person that died. I can live with it. Well, they died, but that's fine. I do not have mana to res. I would just like... There we go. Oh, I have a... do I have a marker? I don't have a marker. I don't know what's going on, y'all. You fight for so long and boss be like, this isn't even my final form. I know. I think when you know the phases are coming, it feels a lot more manageable, but like the first time you do a fight that has phases, you're just like, wait, we're not done? There's more? I'm just always like, really? 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 We gotta keep going? Okay, we're good. No, less good. But we'll be fine. Yeah, we are... We're good. Now I have the marker. Now we go over here. Holy bananas. Okay. I'm gonna give it to our white mage because they did a very good job. Engage. Wait, what did we do? Oh, we leveled up. Okay. Using the action summon Seraph replaces Eos or slaying the Seraph. The fairy gauge will indicate how much time remains before she must return. But what is... When set to guard, automatically casts Seraphic Veil on party members who suffer damage. Cannot summon Seraph unless the pet is already summoned. Current pet will leave the battlefield while Seraph is present. So, Seraph is just a shield? Am I understanding that correctly? What did we hit? Oh, we hit 80. Hold on. I want to... Seraphic Veil restores target's HP and puts a barrier that nullifies damage equaling the amount of HP restored. Okay. What is... Wait, what are these? Angel's Whisper gradually restores the HP of all nearby party members. Seraphic Illumination increases healing magic potency of nearby party members by 10% while reducing magic damage taken by 5%. Consolation is 250 cure potency, where Seraphic Veil is 150. So if we do this, that's so pretty. Oh, okay, so then we can say execute Consolation, and we have 2 charges of that. Okay. I understand now. That's really cool. Also, I want to see if Scholar hit 80, then Summoner also hit 80. And I don't know if we get anything for that. We'll have to see. I don't think so. I don't think we get any 80. Ooh, Fountain of Fire. Oh, we do, but it's for a summon. Okay. That makes sense. We can go. Cool. You gave up on Summoner? Why is that? I really like it. Like, okay, I did not like it at first. I did not enjoy it, and I was very happy that it leveled up simultaneously with Scholars, because I was like, I never have to touch this. But the higher level it gets and the more abilities it gets, the more fun I feel like it is to play. But like, I won't do it like below level 70. It's just not fun for me anyways. It is a class that is definitely grown on me, because I really did not enjoy it at the early levels. Upon learning the trait Enhance Summon Bahamut, it is possible to summon Demi Phoenix to fight at your side. Summoning Demi Phoenix also grants you Ruby Arcanum, Topaz Arcanum, and Emerald Arcanum. The trance gauge will indicate Demi Phoenix's time remaining on the battlefield, during which Ruin 3 will be upgraded to Fountain of Fire, Tri-Disaster to Brand of Purgatory, and Astral Flow to Rekindle. Each summon, when called forth, will tap into its respective arcanum, granting you stacks of an elemental attunement indicated on the trance gauge. These elemental attunements will augment Gem Shine and Precious Brilliance. Upon learning the trait Elemental Mastery, Astral Flow will also be enhanced by Elemental Attunement. Okay, so they both get expanded. It's kind of cool. I took a break for almost a year, didn't come back to 14 until just this past December. During that time, Summoner got reworked. Oh, I forgot that Summoner got reworked. I think it was before my time in 14, but I've heard people talk about the rework before. So I switched to Summoner. All my hotbars were gray because the skills were no longer in the game. Oh no. So I was like, nope. Honestly, I completely understand that. Like, I 100% understand that. Yeah, if you come back in a job that you knew really well was just suddenly completely different, I don't think I would want to relearn either. I would just be like, nope, there's other stuff that I enjoy playing. I think I've heard people say it's meant to be easier? Question mark. So we have our fight. We do not have Slain. We should get Slain. But I cannot confirm. I have no idea. I don't remember this one at all either. What are we learning today? We're learning that Stardust is terrible at remembering fights. Oh, we have double Scholar. Okay. I just need to run things enough for it to be burned in my brain, apparently. I know I've been here before. I don't know anything outside of that. I don't remember what the balls of fire do. Oh, that is so fast for the AoE. Holy Batman. Is there another character I made to level it from the start? Once I develop and feel in muscle memory, I can just continue on my main. That's a really good way to go about it, I think. Because yeah, it's like you do have to rebuild the muscle memory of the job, and the abilities and everything are completely different now. That is a very good point. Okay. Ow. Oh, there's... Okay. Okay. Hopefully it's... Oh god. Oh god. We're just gonna come here for the stack. I don't know how to navigate that with the icy. But I think it works out okay. Goodness. Okay, I think we're fine. Yeah. I think we are good. Give them some healing, some shielding. one of our red mages is Pokeball. Oh no, they're back. Are they back? Yeah, they're back. Maybe. Oh no, they're gone. Okay. Is there... Wait, was one of our tanks named Delphine? I just noticed that. Oh, they're back. Nice. I always think it's really interesting, the change stratagem feels so like techie, where everything else for scholarly abilities I feel a lot more like fantastical. It's always interesting to me that they like bring up like what feel like computer screens. It just feels so different compared to everything else. Oh, wait, we should check for what do we need for the relic? Need one more bone, which I think we can get today. I don't think we'll have everything that we need. Combat special 1 bone. And then we'll need 10 shell, but we can get 2 for now. Oh, you know what I could do today? I could actually go through Wondrous Tales because I have been neglecting that. Maybe that's what we'll do after we finish roulettes. Because I don't think we've done much of anything that's on here. The only thing we've done are the dungeons and PvP. There's a lot else in here. Although there's stuff in here that I don't think I can do. Like, I don't have any level 90 dungeons. I don't even know what Asphodelos is. I don't know what Aglaya is. Orbone Monastery, I think, is another Alliance raid. Escape dungeons. Evil Striking Tree. I've not done Emanation or Hellscare Extreme or whatever Memoriam Misera is. There's a lot in here I haven't done. Like, at all. Is there Alliance trades you don't have access to yet? The, like, Aglaya? I know Abyssos, the 8th circle, that's a savage thing, right? Maybe? Question mark. Asphodelos, yeah. And then I guess that's just any coil? That's not the specific one. Normally the coil one is a specific. I also don't know. So, like, I wonder, do you think it assumes because I have one class at level 90 that I have access to level 90 stuff? Because, like, I don't have a level 90 dungeon. I don't know what these currencies are for. When does that expire? I know I've pulled it up 2 times. April 4th. Okay. Oh, and there's a map on it now. That's new. Is that gold certificate? Silver. Interesting. Yeah, it's like I want to. I want to keep going through the story. But I'm scared for what it's gonna do to my heart. So I keep putting off. It's probably better if I just stop procrastinating it. Why are we... Wait, why are we still here? This is a very long time to be in the waiting area. Rip off the band-aid. There's more content when I come back. Yeah, I started doing the post-Shadowbringers stuff rifts. And it was so emotionally painful, and I got to a stopping point, and I was like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need the pain, but it's probably better to just like but the thing is that I also want to know how the story ends, right? Um I think I do. I just need to at some point be like, this is going to hurt my heart immensely, but I'm gonna do it, you know? I was motivated by my hatred of Xenos. He's okay. I am really interested, actually, speaking of Xenos, with what is going to happen with him. And like where they're going to take him, because like everything was wrapped up, I feel like, pretty well with him. And then they were like, psych, there's more. I appreciate you not telling me. I want to discover it, but like that is one thread of the story that like I cannot even begin to imagine where they're going to take it. Like I have no inkling whatsoever about what is going to happen, which is really exciting. Like there's some of the stuff in this story that like I feel like I've been able to kind of guess to an extent of like what's going to happen. But that is one of the plot points where I just have no clue. Some of the other stuff that's happening, I feel like I can kind of sense where it's going, although I'm not 100% sure. So I'll just have to wait and see if I am right or not. But yeah, the Xenos storyline and what's gonna happen with him, no clue. I absolutely love this game. I just really dislike their goals with the story of the entirety of the game. What what do you mean by that? Like what do you disagree with? Because I don't quite understand. I also have not done all of the story, so there could be things that I just don't know yet as well. I recognize that as a possibility. I did not I did not love the story in the beginning. The story was not the thing that got me really interested, but as it's progressed, like I think Heaven's Word is really where that started to change for me, and I got a lot more interested and invested in the story. Oh, okay. So yeah, once I finish the Endwalker stuff, well, I meant once I get to it and finish it, then I would love to hear all of the things. I actually loved ARR, really disliked Heaven's Word. I can understand that. I think I didn't really. I'm trying to remember like what specifically made me like really invested in the story more so because the beginning of it I was just like not really into it. Maybe I should go on the platform everybody is. I think it was the cliffhanger of the end of ARR that like really got me. Um, I've explained this to a few people before, and once they heard my take, a few of them changed how they felt about ARR. I would love to hear your take. Because, like, okay, so for me, it just feels very boring. Like, and I know that a lot of things that happen later on are set up by what happens in A Realm Reborn, right? Like, the way I kind of think of it is A Realm Reborn walks so everything else can run. And I don't think it's a bad story. I just think it gets a lot more interesting the further into it you go. Incoming Wall of Text, I am so excited, and there's no need to ever apologize for Walls of Text. Oh yeah, oh wait, shortcut's right here. I was like, I'm gonna run through the thing, but you don't have to run here. Okay, we agreed. I will say one thing that I always wonder about, like the further I've gone in this story, is I know in the first, where see, like the first time that you're really, like your first cutscene, that's the word, when you are talking to Heidelin, and then there's, I forget which of the Ascians is there, but one of the Ascians is there. I always wonder what would have happened if the Ascians had gotten to us before Heidelin and how that story might have unfolded. Because I think it would be really interesting. But I don't know. I'm sure somebody has written something at some point that would cover that, like some fan theory or whatever the word is that I can't think of right now. Not like fan fiction, but like I can't think of the word. I can't think of a lot of words today though, to be fair. Alright, nail done. I think we're done here. Okay, so maybe what we do after this. Well, we have one guild. We have guild has here, and then that'll be the rest for dailies. We'll do some Wandering Tales stuff. We'll just throw up a quick party finder because I am not comfy soloing stuff, but just for a couple of the things, and then solo Eureka and just get the challenge log and try and get the monster fates for the crystals for the scholar relic weapon. I think that feels like a good rest of stream. Because I don't think I have the brain power today for MSQ. Which means Reaper. We'll do Reaper. And Eureka. Which will be fun. So this is through and through a Final Fantasy game. I grew up playing games in the Final Fantasy series, FF6, 3 in US, Tactics, 7 for X13. In those games we used summons to help us defeat enemies. They helped us. The summons were some of the most memorable cinematic experiences in all the games. Okay, I don't know if this is sacrilege or not, but I have not actually played another Final Fantasy game. This is the only one that I've ever played. I have known of Final Fantasy and like watched one of the movies when I was younger. And I've watched people play the other games, but I've never actually played them myself. Oh, they have the fancy, the fancy healing outfit. Alright, Walk of Fire. Is this... I think this is the same alliance raid I ran yesterday on roulette, actually, now that I think about it. Do you guys ever feel like at some point they all just blend together in your brain? Alright, I want to go here. Oh, hello. Hello, balloon. Do that. I will have to do math on how many more crystals we need for the next stage of the relic weapon. Because I think I have the first stage done of the scholar one. So you have to get it to phase 2. That was very greedy to keep going with the cast. But it worked out. No consequences, no lessons learned. Oh, I should not be right there though. Wait, where? Oh, he's all the way over there. Hey, friends. I got you up, don't worry. I got you. ARR turned all this on its head with the primals. All of the primals that were seen as bad, including the primal that almost destroyed the world in 1.0, were the summons used in every other Final Fantasy game. I had no idea. Actually, that's wild that they would turn it around like that. The story in ARR takes a deep dive into those who summon these primals to be thralls of the primals, essentially living in service to them. Yes, and it's right, it's a common thread of like primals are bad, we can't let them be summoned, they're gonna destroy the world, etc., etc. Right, it's a very like black and white stance that the game has on primals. Use of crystals is very present in other games too. Okay. Right? We all survived? Well, everybody in our alliance? There are dead people. These are wonky rocks, boulders, whatever the word is. There are a lot of people dead in that one. Try to get them up. Oh no. I can't do it. Or won't let me. Oh gosh. Well, that's awkward. Alright, here we go. Other Final Fantasy games made it seem like we, the heroes, were always in control of the summons, calling them out in times of need. The primals in the game are also called upon in times of need, but those calling them have lost all control to the primals themselves. Okay. Many of the people find the error to be a slug. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Me included, who literally said, who said that, right? I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? If they were all from, they're all things from the previous Final Fantasy games and you have experience with them, then it would probably be a lot less of a slog as opposed to someone like me who's coming in fresh, who doesn't have much like history or experience with, oh, we're in the red. We're okay. With Final Fantasy, right? But to have them focus on the one aspects of all the other games I always felt were the best parts of them was really cool to me. So is it that the is it that they treat the primals like that they like you said, they turned the primals on their head in this game from what they were in the other games. Is that the thing that you disagree with in this story? I think something I've always really appreciated about this game is that, like, I can really enjoy it without having played any other Final Fantasy game, but, like, there are other people like you who played other games, or other people in chat who haven't played this but will watch me play it and are like, oh, that's a reference to this, or that's this from this game. Like, I like that. It's really cool to me that there are those, like, little Easter eggs if you know what they are. I think that's the really cool thing that they did. Oh, you actually what you loved. Okay. I getcha. So we don't need that. Don't need that. Then we have these we can put in. I have no idea what to do with these. Like, I have not touched materia at all in this game. Okay, we have 2 of those. I don't think we can get 8, but let's see how many we can get. The shell we can get 1. Okay, I'll take it. Yeah, I think that's understandable, right? Like if you have the history with Final Fantasy, then ARR would definitely feel very different than if this is somebody coming in without that history or that knowledge. Alright, just 1. And then I'm pretty sure this one will be 1 as well. No idea where the die came from, but we can sell it. 4, 6. Okay. Without too much spoiler, the story over the entirety of 14 has a problem with redemption. They make it seem that no matter what anyone has done, they can be redeemed and forgiven. However, some things just aren't redeemable, but they force emotion on the player to get them to accept it. Ah, yes, that I understand. I think there are there's one thing in Shadowbringers related to redemption that I don't quite accept, but they're making the point that it should be fine. Yeah, it's felt a little awkward to me. The whole thing with I'm just hold on, I'm just gonna check really quick that the one person I know that is not done it is in here, and that they're not lurking, because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything. I do not ever actually check who is in the chat. How do I check who's in the chat? I don't even know. Okay, it doesn't show that he's here, so hopefully this is not backfire, but the Alphanos encounter with Gaius, and Gaius continuing to be a figure with whom we collaborate to varying degrees. I don't super agree with. Like, and to what you're saying, I think that is the most direct example of what you're saying that I know of so far in the story, or that comes to mind at least, of like, sure, he can be helpful, but like, I don't know how to accept that, like, just because now he's murdering people that he was working with, like, we should just be best friends with him and like completely let him off the hook for everything that happened with him, right? Like, that has never, ever since we found out who he was in Shadowbringers, that has never quite sat right with me. And I think that that is what you're talking about. So I definitely can understand that feeling, because I feel it with him specifically. I don't, no other examples are coming to mind offhand, but that is like definitely a very clear example of where they're like, hey, he's good now, so you should just be cool with it. And I'm like, actually, no, I'm not cool with it. The things that he did were on such a drastic scale and were so bad that I don't think I can just be cool with it. Yeah, yeah, I get it for sure. I think there are some people. So like, so with Gaius, I feel very strongly about that. Obviously, haven't done Endwalker. I don't know if anything happens with him or his story or anything past Shadowbringers, but all of this stuff with Emmett Selk. Do I agree with the things that he's done? No. But do I have more empathy for him and what he was trying to do? Yes. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but like, he is a person where I'm not saying that like he's deserving of redemption per se, but like, I, the way we got to know him in Shadowbringers and his history and the history of the Ascians and everything that happened and what he did, like, I don't excuse the things that he's done, but I have a lot more sympathy for him as a person. Where Gaius, I'm just like, nope, no, fuck you, no, thank you. I am not interested in anything that you have to say now. Which I don't know what that says about me, but that's how I feel. But I also, I don't feel like they're trying to force redemption on Emmett Selk. Like, I didn't get that feeling. I think Gaius, they definitely are. You can't speak on that? Okay. Yeah, no, don't. I have to finish this story. Yeah, I know, he is like, I really enjoyed him as the character in this game. Um, I do not like Xenos, but I love him as a villain. Like, I think he is really, really well done as a villain. I do not like him. I do not like anything that he has done. I don't like the way that he approaches anything. Like, it is all against my personal way of being, but I think they wrote him really, really well. Um, and that's part of why I'm like, I'm so curious as to what is gonna happen with him, because I just have no idea. I don't know. They could do 5 million things. You just like him entirely. That is fair. He is a very unlikable human being. Um, he is certainly something, you know. I'll just leave it at that. Um, I just need one of these. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with him, which I know I already said like 50 million times earlier. He vastly overstayed his welcome in the game, should have been written up before Stormwall had ended. I think, okay, so here's part of why I'm so unsure as to what they're going to do with him, like where they're going to take him, is because I feel like he, in his character arc, and everything that he did was like perfectly wrapped up. I think he had a beginning, he had a middle, he had an end. He carried the story to the specific point that it like they wanted it to go. And then it was like and then he's like done. Right? Like he has served his purpose to me narratively. And so that's part of why I'm so interested, I guess, to see where they take him and his character arc, because I don't know what else there is for him to do in this story. You know, like I don't know where else there is for him to go. And I don't know if I'll like where they take him. But I don't know, I guess it's kind of like what you're saying, like I don't know why he's still here. Um and I me too. Um yeah, I just like he felt very very like he fit in the part of the story that he was there for, and then it like felt very neatly wrapped up to me. um but yeah, I don't know, there's so many, I feel like there's so many like loose ends right now that I don't know how they're going to tie them all up or where they're going to take them. Maybe they don't tie them up, but like where they leave them off on. Because there's so much, like so much happened in Shadowbringers, and then there's so much to deal with after Shadowbringers, and the implications of what happened in Shadowbringers, and I just don't know. I don't know how we address all of the things, you know? Which I guess we'll figure out whenever I decide to stop being a child and face the fact that this is going to hurt me, and I just need to do it, to go through the story and have my heart broken and probably cry, but to have the answers to the questions. Okay, what do I have to make to make two things? The boots of casting, which is leatherworking, which is that one. And I know I've said this in Sarah's stream as well, but I can't imagine like being left on cliffhangers for all of these with like the patches and stuff. Like I know I'm not going through straight through for everything. I've taken my own sorts of pauses, but like I can't imagine having to wait like months to find out things that happen. I feel like that would drive me insane. I know we'll get to that point whenever I get like fully caught up with what's out now. But I feel like I would go crazy. Although it's kind of funny, like, where you're doing part of, like, you're doing MSQ stuff, and then, like, Tataru, for example, is like, okay, well, we'll go do X, Y, and Z, and come see us when this happens or whatever. And then you start the next quest immediately, and then she's like, oh, it's been so long since I've seen you. Like, oh, okay, this was definitely a point where there was a time break. Okay, we'll take it. We got that. And we have to make the hat of casting, which is cloth. Alright, we have everything there. Oh, this is gonna be way faster. Okay. That was 2 steps. Take it. Okay, yep. We have all the things. Plus we have like 10 million things to turn in from dungeons and stuff that we've run the past 2 days. So we are gonna be flush with seals. Alright, we're not gonna deal with that until you turn everything in. 50, 51. Okay, we should be fine without having to spend any. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. 80 is your highest level job? Nope. No, sorry. There were like 5 thoughts that tried to come out at the same time. I have White Mage is my highest, and that's maxed at 90. But I don't have any level 90 content to like run it at that point with. I have level 80 content, and that's the highest, which is not the question you actually asked me. I just realized this. But I maxed out White Mage already. Which is why I'm not doing anything on White Mage, because I don't want to lose the XP, even though I love it so much. Yes, so through this is everything, right? So White Mage's max, that is a combination of running it in literally everything outside of MSQ and in MSQ, because White Mage, I am not joking when I say that I started playing White Mage and then it took over my Final Fantasy XIV life. Like, I love it very, very much, even though I didn't think I was going to actually like it as a healing class. And then everything else is just kind of at various points, right? Like, not counting Blue Mage, because that's its own thing, but like Pugilist and Thaumaturge are the lowest, both at 7. Gladiator is 13, but I haven't gotten it to 30 to get the Paladin job stone yet. Dancer is almost maxed. So, okay, do you want to know the journey of my classes in 14? Because it has been a wild ride. Because I am at my heart very impulsive and indecisive and enjoy doing many, many different things. I take it you dislike melee. I really like Reaper. Reaper is very, very fun. Samurai doesn't feel super fun to me. Ninja is fun, but like there are other classes that I enjoy more. And then Dragoon, I like got leveled up recently to 30, 31, and then haven't touched. It just hasn't grabbed me. I started as Arcanist, and went through a scholar. All of ARR was scholar. And then I think in Heaven's Ward, I started leveling White Mage and doing that until I got to where you can unlock Dancer. And then all I played was Dancer. And then I found out, so Dancer you unlock at level 60 and Sage you unlock at level 70. And I really, really wanted to try Sage as a healer. So I power leveled, not through MSQ, but just through like a bunch of other stuff. I leveled Dancer really, really fast to 70 so I could play Sage. And then I did no, actually I didn't do White Mage first. I did Astro and then Dancer and then I went to Sage. And then now it's just who the fuck knows what we're going to play at any given time. It's been a little bit all over the place. I like tanking. Actually, I really have enjoyed tanking. It just gives me so much anxiety that I just like don't want to touch it for a while. Like healer is a specific kind of anxiety that I'm very, very familiar with, and I enjoy playing a healer. DPS, it's just damage. You just shoot things, right? Tanking in this game has a lot of other things that go with it that I am not super comfy with yet. I could become more comfortable with it if I did it more, but I am not doing it more. Dancer is my least like class outside of tanks. I mean, that's fair. Everybody has things that they like or dislike. I really liked Machinist. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy Bard. I really enjoy the physical range, GPS. Reaper is very, very fun. Summoner has gotten more fun the higher level it's gotten. Red Mage I just want to understand. Yeah, and then like leveling Thaumaturge up into Black Mage, like I want to do it at some point, but it's not a super high priority. Same with going into Monk. Dragon plays like Reaper that can jump 80 feet in the air. Oh shit. That sounds pretty cool, actually. Dancer is entirely RNG and shouldn't exist. I mean, I can definitely understand that. When I started playing it, I think it was out of the DPSs I had played at the time, which up until I unlocked Dancer were basically just Bard, Machinist, Summoner, and a smidge of Ninja. Which are all, well, Machinist is pretty straightforward, Bard's pretty straightforward, but Ninja required more brain power, and Summoner has just been either it clicks or it doesn't in my brain. Dancer felt really, really intuitive and fluid, which I understand also part of the way that they design like the moves of Dancer is to be fluid because you're like, right, the thought is that you're like, you're dancing in the dungeon or the raid or whatever you're doing. All the skills are based on procs, which is left to RNG. Yes, that is true. Dancer is, to me, the class out of all of the DPS that I have played so far, which is, I don't think, a ton. So I'm definitely a healer main more, or playing more healer. But out of the DPS that I have played, Dancer is the one that feels like you wait until you have the buttons glowing, and then you just click all the glowing buttons. Where the other DPS feel a little bit less like that. Like, yes, you have chain abilities, right? Like with Bard, you get the second shot or straight shot or whatever that one's called every so often, and then you shoot that off, where you have like the combos of like this to this to this. But it's like consistently, right? Like Machinist is like you do one ability and then you do the second ability that's glowing and then you do the third ability that's glowing and then you repeat it, right? If you're doing single target stuff. Where Dancer, yeah, like you're saying, it's like you have to wait for the thing to come up that lets you do a different move than just like your basic one move. There's never a flow for it for me. It was just spam buttons until you proc the new ability. Yeah, I mean, that is very much what it is. But yeah, White Mage is capped, which I am actually really sad about because I feel like, and I'm sure it would probably be fine if I ran White Mage, like in roulettes and stuff, because I'm more so want like the tombstones than I'm like itching for the XP, so to speak. But like, um, yeah, that's the highest level job, and then I've just been bouncing through like Sage, but Sage just doesn't feel fun right now, right? Which is why the other day I pushed Reaper to 80 so I can run Reaper through MSQ. Although we might do Scholar now that Scholar's also 80. I have to figure that out, but I want to take through the rest of the post Shadowbringers stuff and into Endwalker. Although I'm pretty sure whatever's at 80 is gonna cap, and then I'll be back in the same boat. Look at my words. I don't see how you think I speak in fully coherent sentences. Maybe it's not fully coherent sentences, but I am grateful that for the non-full sentences that we are both speaking, that we are able to understand them regardless. So yeah, I would love, like genuinely love, but this is like a much longer goal in the game that I have. Like I would love to get this Omni 90, but that's gonna take a hell of a lot of time, I think. Not because I like playing every class, but because I want to have a really good understanding of how every class works, even if I don't play them once they're pushed to that point, right? And that's what I started doing. Like, it's why a lot of these are in the 50s, is because after A Realm Reborn, I was like, all right, I'm gonna push everything to 50 and I'm gonna figure out how they work and I'm gonna get familiar with them. Although we can see it did not continue to do that. Everything is a typo. Typos are a-okay here. Shaman's Choker. You know what I wish they would put in? I wish I could just be like, here's the thing, let me click on the thing, and then just be like, I want to turn this in, please. That would be so nice. Valerian Fusilier. Fusilier? Fusilier. What does it feel like to have backspace? It's nice. I feel like it's constantly getting filled up and then emptied though. Like I feel like it's always in a state of flux. I don't feel like it's like consistently ever really full or really clean. I try to keep it clean and like somewhat organized, but sometimes that does not happen. This is a pretty good state of it though. It has definitely been much, much worse in past iterations. Although I saw the other day or last week, I can't remember, but there was a thread on Twitter where someone was like, show us exactly what your inventory in 14 looks like right now, and it was like everything from people who had it like jam-packed to like it's not people that had like 2 things in there. It's like the spectrum is so it's such a large spectrum for how people manage their inventory. And then a lot of people like shared the picture of their inventory with like, believe it or not, this is actually organized and there is a system. Because to anybody who wasn't that person, it would just look very chaotic. Crimson hats. Arrows up here. Yeah, I just wish there was a faster way to do the turn-in when you have a bunch of stuff to give for seals. I never have space in my armory chest, though. I will tell you that is the thing for me that is like always full. And so many times I try to do something with like gear, and then it's like, your armory chest is full. You have no space to do anything. Like, really? But I thought I just cleaned it out. Then, nope, that section's full already. Again. That's the thing that I struggle with the most. There are a lot of things that I think Final Fantasy does better than Lost Ark as a game, but I think the one thing that I prefer in Lost Ark is the inventory management. Like, you have so much inventory space, and I always feel like I'm fighting against what I have available in 14. Planisphere. Yeah, if there was a faster way to do this, I would be very happy. Nope, nope, that's the wrong thing. We want that one. Did you enjoy anything about Lost Ark outside of the inventory? Yeah, I really, really like that game. I talked about this the other day, and I don't remember if you were here or not, so if I am retelling the same information, just definitely stop me and let me know. So Lost Ark was my first MMO, like first game I'd ever played in the genre, and I loved it from like the very beginning. It was really, really fun. The content was really fun. The story is like not the best, but you know, it's like still enjoyable. We've talked about it, but I forgot. No worries. Oh no, we're good. Oh, we have suspense seals. I really, really enjoyed Lost Ark up until you get to the endgame content. So, endgame content in Lost Ark is just raids. That's all you're doing is raiding. And I mean, there's horizontal content and like other like side content you can do, but for the most part, it's pretty much just grinding raids every single week. And the way that Lost Ark in the end game is set up is so you have your main character, right? And unlike 14, where you can switch between any of the classes on one singular character, in Lost Ark, your character is limited to the class that you choose at the very, very beginning. So if you want to try another class, you have to make an alternate character and level them, and it's the whole thing. The only way, once you're in the end game, to get better gear, which you need to participate in and run the increased level of raids that they release, is through the raids. And there just grew to be this culture in Lost Ark in the end game of like, because so also you need like a ridiculous amount of gold, because so you get your base level of gear, right? So say I get something that's like eye level 500, but it needs to be like, I need to be at like 1,000 for the thing that I need to run, right? But the highest level I can get is 500. So then you get that gear and then you equip it because it's the highest level that you have, and then you take it to an artisan basically who will level up your gear for you from like 500 to 1,000 in various increments. However, that costs, as you get into the end game, that costs a lot of materials, which you get for like daily stuff and like weekly stuff that you can do in the game. But it also costs a lot of gold. And so the way that the game is built is for you to have like your main class, your main character, and then you're running a roster of anywhere between 2 to 6 alternate characters that their sole purpose is for you to run every single raid that gives you golds, because the gold is roster bound, it's not character bound. So any character can access the gold that you get from any character's raids, right? So basically, you have your one main class, and then you have a roster of alternate characters that are also running the exact same raids every single week to get the gold. So then on your main character, you can take that gear that you got that's level 500, gear score 500. So then you can level it up with the artisan to eye level 1,000. However, there is insane RNG on if your honing is successful or not. So you could just waste, like, I have definitely wasted. There have been times I've been trying to hone and level and wasted like 40,000 gold, which took like 2 or 3 weeks to get, right? So that's really, really frustrating. I don't like that literally everything in Lost Ark is based off of an RNG system. And especially with honing, that got to be really frustrating really fast. But like that alone I could deal with, right? But then you add into that like once you get to like the end game, there's not a lot of story. The only thing you're doing are these raids, which you can only do once a week. So unlike Final Fantasy, where I could say like I'm gonna run the Naval Extreme 50 times in a week if I wanted to, because you're trying to do something, or like the people that do the mount farms where you just go in over and over until it drops. You cannot do that in Lost Ark. You get one chance a week, and once you're done, you're done. Like there is no going back until it resets, right? So because of all of that, like all of those things combined, since Lost Ark has been released and more people hit the end game, and then that's basically all you're doing is raiding, and it's the only way, like pretty much the only way you get golds, and the only way that you get the higher level gear that you need to continue to like improve your character. There became a really, really, I don't want to call it like a toxic mindset in the community, but kind of a toxic mindset of like, there's a really big busing culture. So instead of anybody being willing to teach you the raid, like hardly anybody ever does learning parties anymore. And even in the beginning, they were pretty scarce, because either you were like super hardcore about raiding and you were doing the new raid on day one and figuring it out and progging it, or you didn't really care about it. I didn't really care about it. I'll get to it when I get it. And I figured I would just like be able to do like a learning party, or somebody would teach me or whatever. But by the time I got to those raids, when I was like, okay, because I also like, I played Lost Ark since launch, but it was very casual for the most part. Like I took a bunch of breaks and would stop and start and come back to it. So I haven't ever been like I am playing this every single day no matter what, and like being the first for all the raids and yada yada yada. So there are a ton of people in Lost Ark who do that, and like more power to them. They're super happy. That's how they want to play the game. That's not how I want to play the game. So by the time I got to where it's like, okay, I'm able to and want to learn or run raids that are higher level than anything I've done, nobody is willing to teach you the raid because they don't think it's worth their time. Basically, like they would spend more time teaching you than it would take for them to bus you. And so everybody buses the raids, right? So like a lot of the raids are 8-man raids, and so there would be 2 to 4 people who are in a group together who are like super like mega over leveled for the raid, who know all the mechs. And then the other like 5 people or 4 people, if I can do math, which is questionable, who you go into the raid, you die, and you wait for the busters to complete the raid because you can still get all the rewards even if you don't like participate. And so you pay golds to the busters, but you get that gold back plus a little bit more from the raid, like as part of the reward. So you're never negative. But then the busters are charging a fair amount because they're doing all of the work, right? So all of that combines, and just like they're like people are so mean in Lost Ark. Like I feel like as a whole, a lot of my like the majority of the interactions I've ever had with the Final Fantasy 14 community, even before I found Sarah and met you and her and everybody in the fam, they were generally really positive. And like if I was ever like, hey, this is my first time here, I'm still learning, nobody was ever like, oh, okay, well, we should just quit now, which will happen in Lost Ark. Like people will just be like, oh, you don't know the raid and this is your first time here? Well, too bad for you. I am not willing to waste time for you to learn the raid, is kind of the mentality. And so it's just not fun. Like I think if they had ways for you to get gear outside of raids, like if that wasn't the only way for you to get the higher level gear, and then if there wasn't that like super like only busing, no messing up, you're either first for the raid or you're screwed kind of mentality, like I would enjoy the game a lot more, because I do enjoy the game genuinely still to this day, but like I can't deal with the people that play that game, and that makes me really sad. Because I really loved it and I spent a lot of time with it, and I have a lot of really, really good memories associated with it, but it's just not somewhere that I'm willing to like put my time into. Also, I have not responded to anything that you said because I've just been venting a bit. Let me catch up. Um, 14 is actually the exception with that. Most MMOs are one class per character. Prefer that. Just explain 90% of Asian online games. Lots of grinding, RNG, lockouts. Yeah, and also, right, Lost Ark has been out in Korea and Russia for years and years at this point, and just came over to NA last year, right? So they're also like a big part of it is getting everybody caught up, right? Because they wanted the global and like North American players to be caught up to where they are as far as content in Korea. I think it's the benchmark, even though we're not still there. Like there's still a gap between where North America Lost Ark is content wise and where Korean Lost Ark is, but like um uh they were obviously given a lot more time with things, and I think that for me personally also kind of worked against me in my Lost Ark experience, of like it felt very like go 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 go, like there wasn't a ton of time to like do horizontal content or do side content. Like there's a bunch of stuff that you can do, but it's like they just keep dropping new stuff, which on the one hand is really, really cool, right? There's always new raids, there's always new things happening, and that's really fun. For me, the pace was a little bit overwhelming, but that's just me personally. Like I think as a whole, people really enjoyed it, the pacing. But yeah, I think it is a good point that like it is a Korean MMO, and the way that they design games I think is very different than like American MMOs that I've played. Not that it's bad, it's just they have different approaches, right? Current content doesn't exactly have a lockout in 14, but you can only get one gear drop per week. It's more like a soft lock. Oh yeah, with like Savage, right? I don't know if Unreal counts for gear drops. I'm terrified of Unreals and Savages. So I just pretending that they don't exist. But yeah, but that's a soft drop or a soft lock, right? Like you could get your your gear coffer, but then still run the raid if you wanted to, just for fun or to help other people or whatever. I So I didn't know, because Lost Ark was my first MMO, I didn't know that once a week lockouts were not the only way for it to work until I played 14. And then I was like, this is amazing. Being able to go in and just like practice, being able to run something multiple times, because like I learned through doing. And so part of what I also struggled with in Lost Ark is that because you can only run a raid once a week, it would take me a lot longer to learn fights really, really well. Where in Final Fantasy, right, like for example, in the time period after A Realm Reborn, when I was just like running like the Striking Tree Extreme, for example, is one that I ran all the time to level up other characters, like I got to know that fight really well, really fast in comparison, because I could just go in as much or as little as I wanted. Where like Lost Ark, that is just not, it's not possible. It's like literally not designed to work that way. Which once I knew differently, I was like, oh, I actually like this way better than the other way. It's the elitist stage of MMO players. They all want help to get to the content. Then once they get there, they expect everyone else to know it at all times, like they were never a first-time player. Yeah, and it drives me crazy. I would get so mad because I streamed Lost Ark for a long time, right? And towards the end of me streaming Lost Ark, like so you have like these like weekly dungeons you can do, which are super casual content, but again, you can only do it once a week. Like once you complete it for that week, you're done. It got to a point in those which I was like, these are super chill. Where if you wiped once, like your party, your 4 people wiped once, because maybe somebody made a mistake, maybe it's somebody's first time or second time, or they're still learning it, maybe somebody got the mechanics mixed up, like whatever the reason is, if your party wiped once, it was very common practice for somebody in the dungeon to put up a quit vote instead of being like, okay, well, what killed us and what can we learn, and is anybody new, or do we try again but we try this, like it was just like, it was either you are perfect or you aren't allowed to do the content. And I that just doesn't sit well with me. And I don't enjoy that mentality of playing. And I'm glad you appreciate my venting. This is literally like 2 days ago, somebody was asking what I think about MMOs, and I'm pretty sure I just did what I'm doing right now, which is not doing anything in the game. And for an hour, I just talked about how I feel about MMOs. So I'm glad that you and other people here are happy to listen to me go on at length about these things, because I am not very brief in my thoughts. World of Warcraft is similar. Heroic dungeons are once per day and raids once per week. Yeah, I mean, and I think I don't think that's a bad way to do it. I know for me personally, I prefer the way that 14 does it, but like I also happily did it that way, where it's like you do it once and then you're locked out for a certain period of time for months, and I was totally happy. I genuinely think if a game had a system like that, but the community was not mean about it, then I wouldn't really care at all. I would just be like, okay, this is how it is. But in Lost Ark, because people were so like I wanted to like, it would make me angry because they were just mean all the time. It just made it really unenjoyable. I mean, like 14 as like the daily roulettes, you can only do once per day. I mean, it's a similar kind of thing, right? Like you go through the dungeons and stuff for the story, and then you go back through. There's, like you said, the soft lock with the gear once per week at a certain level. Would I ever play Diablo 4? Um, yes and no. I have played a lot of Diablo 3 and really, really enjoy it. I haven't played Diablo 1 or Diablo 2. I have no interest in playing either of those. I think I would like Diablo 4, but I don't feel the urge to play it, if that makes sense. Like if I could play the whole game without having to buy it, I would absolutely try it. But I don't know that I want to play it enough that I want to buy it at this point. I've watched people play it and it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks like it's a Diablo game, right? So I think having played a lot of 3, it looks really, really similar to a lot of things in that. But like the updated graphics look really cool. The story, from what I've seen, is pretty good. I really enjoy playing Sorceress in that, so I think I would enjoy that. Although I tried Necro if Necro is the base class, because it's not a base class in Diablo 3 unless you get the DLC. But it looks really cool. That's a very long-winded way to say that I would definitely be down to try it for sure. Um, but like, I don't know. I don't have the same feeling like I have for the new Zelda game that's coming out over the summer. Like I am so excited to play that and will probably be lost to the world once I get it. Um but like I don't have that same. I mean, I also have a very strong emotional connection to Zelda, so that's its own thing. But like that kind of like yeah, like I really want to play it, and like I like want to actively play it right now. I don't really feel that. Diablo 3 has satisfied me really, really well. Although I mostly play it as a social game with other people, to be fair. I did one solo run like was it a month ago or like 3 weeks ago now? Um, and that was really fun, but most of my time in Diablo 3 has been with people. I ask because Lost Ark, of course, was more ARPG than MMO. However, this time around, Diablo 4 seems more like Lost Ark. It has more of an MMO feel to it. Yeah, it does seem a lot more MMO like from what I've seen, which is interesting. I don't know if they're going to give an option to have like a private game, like where you can just run a totally private game in Diablo 4. Which would be really nice if they gave you the option to do that. But I think in retrospect, a lot of why, not a lot, but like a portion of me really liking Lost Ark from the get go is that, like, from the design of the game, right? It's top up and all that jazz. It felt very similar to Diablo 3, which I had a lot of experience with at that point and really like. So that style of the way that the game is designed felt really familiar, which I would not have been able to say in the moment. It's only looking back and like comparing the two that I feel like I've been able to see that similarity of just, even though I'd never played an MMO before, it had a lot of familiarity to it from the get-go just because of the way that it's designed. I am the only thing I really know about Diablo 4 being like an MMO, is I was watching one of my friends stream it, and like over the weekend, I think it was last weekend when they had the free beta, um, and she was playing as a necromancer and would have her skeletons out, and when she was just out and about like in the world, it would be totally fine. But then as soon as she got into town and was like around other players, the skeletons would just start glitching out. So like hopefully that would be fixed. Um okay, we can go to retainers. Um but yeah, I just hope if they are, which I don't know that Blizzard will do this, but I really hope that they give the option for people to create a private instance of the game. Yeah, it was so bad. Like, I'm sure that they will, because obviously, right, it was a beta. They're super upfront about it. It's not like a finished game, but I was just surprised at the severity of like the skeleton glitching. It was a lot. Dungeons are always private. Oh, I didn't know that actually. I just know like the way, and maybe this is just because I've played so much Diablo 3 and I just would want it to feel like it, where it's like, excuse me, like you could run your own private game, or you could run a public game, or you could have a private game with multiple people, right? Like you have a lot of options in terms of how public or private you want your game to be. And so I really like that. Um, just the main world that's seamless multiplayer. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is very Lost Ark. I did not know that the dungeons were private. But that's really cool. Um, yeah, because Lost Ark, like as you're going through the story and doing those dungeons and stuff, they're instance, right? It's not just like a public thing. I think yeah, we have two cards. And I had so much MGP and then I spent it all. And now we're just building it back up again. I oh, okay, we'll take the 10K. I got the bun outfit, which I'm very happy with. But by golly, was that expensive. Although not, I guess not really compared to the cost of some of the other things that you can get. Do we get it again? That was that was so close. Okay, what are we what are we doing? I have no idea. Um You're right. We'll finish this, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Like I would definitely be down to do a playthrough of Diablo 4 at some point. It's just not super like urgent to me, I guess is the right way to put it. Although I'm not sure that that's exactly the right word, the right wording. Are you gonna play Diablo 4? You know what I'm actually genuinely really excited to try, although I don't know if it's gonna be good or if it's just gonna be an absolute shit show. Whenever Riot gets around to putting out their MMO, I would be really curious to try that and see how it works. Although, having played both League and Valorant, I feel like Riot attracts very toxic people to their communities. So I'm not sure that I would be able to. Right, like all the stuff I was saying about Lost Ark having like a really toxic community, it would definitely be. I feel like it would be there. So I don't know how long I could handle it. Because I have enough of a fun time dealing with toxicity in League. But I think from like a world design and like the way that they have crafted everything, like lore wise, I think it would be really, really interesting to see it like all like in the context of an MMO, right? And you get to engage with like the different nations and all of that um, in that context, because that's very different than like what you get in League. I know that you get a different layer of that in whatever their card game is. I want to say Hearthstone, but that's Blizzard. That's not Riot. I don't remember what the Riot one is. Um, so I'm just like I'm really curious, and then I really enjoy MMOs, so I feel like putting those two together will be a fun experience. Runeterra, thank you. I've also never played that. I tried Teamfight Tactics, but I don't understand it at all. I would like to, but I don't want to pay $70 for the base game. Yeah, like also that is a to me that's also a barrier for Diablo 4 is that is I should probably be paying attention to what's on the screen, right? I should probably be paying attention to the dialogue. Maybe. Um but like it's so expensive. Like okay, to be fair, right? I think the Zelda game that's coming out is going to be like $60, $70, and I'm happily going to pay that. But like Diablo 4 for $70 just doesn't seem worth it to me personally. Although I'm sure there are like plenty of people who will pay that happily. Right? MMO is a definite must for me, even if it's bad, even if I have to pay for it. Yeah, like I really want to try it, and I don't know how long it's gonna be before it's actually released, but like I will absolutely be giving it a shot. Because toxicity in the Riot Games communities aside, um, I think their games are enjoyable. I think a lot of my unhappiness with the games has come from interactions with other people, not necessarily the game itself. Um, so yeah, I think it'll be really really fun. I think we have to go to. It's by the Blue Mage, right? The Blue Mage icon. I would also like to level up and understand Blue Mage, but there's so much other stuff that I want to do in this game that always feels like it just gets like bumped down on the priority list. Like there's so much to do. It's sometimes slightly overwhelming how much content 14 has. I can see $70 being reasonable in the long run based on how much time one can put into the game. I just have a hard time spending any more than $5 on anything. That's fair. I think for people who are like hardcore Diablo fans, that $70 is going to be a no-brainer. I think for me, like if it was like $40, I would feel more okay with it, but like 70 just seems like so much for any game, not just for Diablo 4. Like the Wild Hearts game that came out recently, which is like the same genre as Monster Hunter, which looks really cool and like it would be really really fun. Is $70, and I'm not on board for that. Even stuff I need always have buyer's remorse. Oh no. And I really should have been paying attention because I don't quite understand what's happening right now. I went to get a bag of Doritos and it was $7. Oh my god, I know. I used to get like Cheetos was a snack for me for like chips. And I remember looking like, I don't know, I'm gonna say somewhere between like $2 to $4 a bag. And then I was looking at the grocery store today and it was like $6 or $7. And I was just like, man, I would love to have a bag of Cheetos, but by golly, that is a lot to pay for a bag of chips. Yeah, I would like my Cheetos to not cost, or Doritos to not cost $7. They say eventually you just get used to it as it becomes the norm. I'm still waiting for that to kick in. I don't know that that's gonna kick in. I feel like if we're just talking about like the rising cost of food, it is so much. I don't I think I would be more scared if it just like if I just started accepting it, you know? It's like, oh yeah, of course it's $7 for a bag of Doritos. Oh, we get a new ability. Very fun. Offers your flesh as a vessel to your avatar, getting maximum stacks of Lemur Shroud. That seems like it could be fun. One pack of strawberry Newtons was almost $6. Oh my gosh. Yeah, those used to be like super, super cheap. I don't even remember the last time I had a strawberry Newton or like a fig Newton, but I remember loving those as a kid. Yeah, the rising cost of everything is is much. It's a lot. I don't feel like I'm used to it, and I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. I think if it was like the money that you make from your job was matching the rising cost of like food, for example, it would feel less like a shock every time I go to the grocery store. But that inequality makes it feel even, I feel like that highlights the increase in price even more for things. Oh my gosh, I think after this quest I'm going to go sleep. I forgot how much of a full body workout deep cleaning is. Like I'm not mad at it, but like I can feel the tiredness settling in me the longer I'm sitting here. I just can't wait to sleep in my bed again this weekend. I am not super picky about mattresses, but like I really like my mattress and I'm definitely missing it these days. Especially because the one in the house, the Airbnb that I'm in right now, is like twice as tall as any other mattress I've ever slept on. It feels like unnaturally high. The money that companies make are matching the rising cost of food. However, what they pay the workers doesn't. Yeah, yeah, and we definitely don't have to get into that conversation for sure because that is a super fun conversation that I have definitely no feelings about whatsoever. Um, But yeah, that's a good point. It's that money to match what's happening like in the grocery stores is not being. Am I in the right? Did I go to the right place? Please tell me. I did. Okay, it just wasn't showing on the map for some reason. Yeah, it's just not matching, but uh hooray! Capitalism. Super fun. Um my preferred way of dealing with capitalism is escaping into a bubble of being a bun girl and saving a world I've never been to. Or trying to save a world I've never been to. Which is definitely a totally normal thing to do when faced with existential crises, I think. Perfectly healthy response. There's only a slight bit of sarcasm there. Yeah, there's the real world. All the things happening in the real world right now. The big and small and things of that nature. It's a lot. There's a lot happening. But you know, for 3 hours a night, I get to hang out with you guys during the week and be the cutest fun girl I can and murder many things. And that helps. Oh yay, we got a duty thing. These are so fun. I have so much fun with these. I feel like these are either really easy or really stressful, and I don't feel like I've experienced a lot of in between. I appreciate you and your time. Thank you. I appreciate you hanging out here and everybody that hangs out here. I am very happy to provide mostly wholesome, comfy chaos. Although I do want to start doing longer streams again. Because 3 is the shortest, like 3 hours is the shortest that I've done for any like schedule I've had over the last couple years. I might swap to 4 once I'm back in my house. Oh, once I found out you streamed, it was definitely a mess that I show up. That means a lot. I don't know. I'm just happy for this to be a place that people like hanging out. You know? And the fact that you like hanging out here means a heck of a lot. I would know more about this guy if I was actually paying attention to the story that's happening, but I really like the faces that he pulls like that where he just stuck out his tongue. They make me very happy. Okay, we gotta fight the dude. This much I understand. Yes, the dude. Hello, friendo. We'll see if I remember how this works. That one, we do that, and then we do that. I feel like there's still a lot that I have to learn about playing melee class though, because I'm very, very used to ranged. I'm definitely more comfortable ranged. Although I do enjoy Reaper quite a bit. Okay, we got these guys. Are they just called Void? Oh, it's Persona. I thought they were just Void person. Yeah, and the only thing I'm not looking forward to if I take Reaper through MSQ is that then I'll have DPS queues, but it'll be fine. Oh, I shouldn't stand in that. I understand now. I've seen the error of my ways. Okay, we actually press the button for the AoE is what we do. Instead of thinking we press the button and nothing happening on the screen. Okay, that's the bad thing. I don't want to stand in the bad thing. Oh, wait. What was that? What was that? That's just one shot. What happens? No, I don't want the easy mode. It's gonna tell me to do the easy mode now because I died. No, we're just gonna do normal. I just have to, I guess, pay attention for the move that murdered me. Did I stand in that? Is that what it was? You stand in the yeah, the don't stand here thing. Okay. So far, so good. Okay, we do that. You zag when you should have zigged. Heck, I hate to zag when I should zig. Okay, we do that, and then we do that, and then we do that. And then we don't stand in the bad spots, because they will murder us. As we learned. Just messing with you. I actually see what killed you. I didn't either. I just I was alive and I had most of my health, and then I was dead. Everything was gone. Oh, that one. We want that one because it does AoE dust design. Okay, we don't stand in those. Those are bad. I'm just gonna wait for him to do that. Okay, well, whatever it was right there. Maybe I did stand in his AoE, or maybe... I don't think I bled out. I don't think I was in the bleedy thing for too long. I could be wrong. Okay, we're not in the AoE. This not in the AoE. We're good. I never get that one off because I always do something before I realize that that one was up. Oh, it's those. I didn't kill them fast enough. That's what it was. I understand now. So if I die to it a third time, then that just feels bad. Okay, I didn't realize you had to kill them in a specific amount of time. Hello, Matt. How are you? You're finally awake. Good morning. Okay, Okay, so don't let the things bleed out or whatever it is that they did. Because they will murder me. You're sick! Oh no. I hope you feel better. Okay, we do that. I should have done that lane, I think. I think it's fine. I just don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Like, hotbar wise on Reaper, I don't know where to put things that combo so that I will easily get all the combos that I need to. I feel like there's a lot of times I miss a combo thing. I buffed you. You are no longer sick. Do you know if it's COVID or just the cold or what have you? Oh, I need to not be there. Not there. Not there either. That is a bad spot. I mean, regardless, I hope that you feel better soon, because being sick is not fun. Like a cold or something. Hopefully it's not too bad then. Okay, we do that. And then this one is here. Yeah, like I feel like most other classes that are combo reliant, I figured out how to put things on the bar in a way that makes sense. Okay. I think I got them. I got them? Yes. Oh, I have to move. I have to move, not there. That's the bad spot. The one that makes you ache all over and feel hot. Oh no. I would like health back, please. Will you grant me lifesteal? I know I can't build Gore Drinker, but we're effectively building Gore Drinker. Okay, so we have to get these guys. These are who have killed us so far. Did we get them? Yes, we did it. Okay, and then he's gonna do that, and then we do this. Oh, I meant to do that. Oh my god, why is he so tanky? Jeez Louise. I just realized his health has not changed that much. Nope, that was the wrong thing. That was the wrong thing. Okay, we got it. Oh, I see. It's cutscene time. Although begins to bore me. Well, then why isn't he just better at killing us if he's getting bored? You know, I feel like him and Xenos would get along. Maybe. I feel like they have a similar way of looking at things. Maybe he's just really bad at killing and his stuff takes too long to charge. Maybe. Oh, is it a 2v1 now? It's a 2v1. Let's go. If we let her die, though. If we let Drusilla die, then we probably fail, right? That's the way that these work. Seems like I'm bored of waiting for this move to charge. It's been 5 hours and it's still not time. Hey, it is a 2v1 now. Nice. Hopefully he is not hella tanky with two of us. Oh, what the what? What is happening? The whole floor became red. You guys saw that, right? Okay, we gotta get these guys or they'll murder us. Oh god. Please tell me. I think we're fine. That was very close. We do have a meat shield now. That is true. No, but I literally just came back from over there. My guy, you don't understand efficiency very well, do you? Oh, that's bad. That's the bad spot. I don't want to be in the bad spot. Okay, so we're here, and then we're here, and then we're here, and we do that, and we do that. Shiz, that you could have done that 5 minutes ago, Syndrome. Honestly though, he went to the spot I was after I left it. Like, he could have at least gone there when I was there. I'm standing in the bleed, which is not good, but we'll make this work. Okay, now that I know what to do to not die, this feels a lot easier. Does that hit him there? It does. Okay, I'm not taking the teleport back. Oh, I guess I could have taken the teleport back. That would have been fine, actually. We run away from the circles. And then he does this move. And then he does it the other way. Very, very fancy patterning that we have going on here. And then he does that. And then the red circles, which are less stressful now that I know how they work. Okay, I think we've got this. I think we're gonna make this without dying again. I'm risking it for the biscuit to get all of those before they do the murder move. And then you're gonna come over here? Yeah, you're gonna come over here. Alright, first try. Easy peasy. Definitely did not die twice trying to do this. That would be actually the correct information. GG easy. I know this is unrelated to what's happening like in the story with the job quest right now, but do you know what I would kill to have this dress in real life? I guess they could probably make it. Somebody's probably put together like a pattern for it, right? I say that like I can sew. Technically, I can sew. I'm not a very, I'm not good at sewing. Yeah, probably one out there. I am sure that somebody has cosplayed this outfit and has put together a pattern. I would be more surprised if there wasn't. You can sew somewhat. I tried to learn when I was younger. It just never really clicked. Like I could do really, really basic stuff, but like whatever you need to do to sew that dress is definitely outside of my capabilities. Fabric measurement is right out. I feel like that's half the battle. Just getting all the measurements and everything right and the patterning, like seam allowances and stuff. It's a whole world, a whole art into itself. I can do a lot of things artistically. Sewing is not my forte, though. I feel like at this point I have not actually like read the dialogue. Like I've read the dialogue, but like we've just been clicking through so long. I'm excited to see the new ability we get though. What that's gonna look like. I need to figure out something for you guys to be able to do with the coffees. Because there isn't anything right now. But I don't know what that would be. I haven't had any good ideas for like once you build up that currency. Yeah, they're all just kind of to collect right now. I would like for there to be something for people to do with them. I just don't know what that looks like. Alright, we're gonna see what this enshroud looks like. I can't do it. Wait. Where are... I'm pretty sure there are, like, training dummies at the FC house. Oh, the death gauge. Gauge? Gauge. The death gauge expanded as well. Oh, I guess is 80 then when things expand again? Because we've gotten a few today. The shroud gauge signifies the strength of your bond with your avatar. When the gauge is sufficiently filled, you can execute enshroud to temporarily serve as host to your avatar. Once enshrouded, the death gauge will display the time remaining to play host to your avatar, as well as your stacks of Lemur Shroud, which are consumed to use powerful attacks such as Void Reaping and Communio, acquired at level 90. Okay, let's see if we can trigger it. What this looks like. Does this one? I literally never use this ability. Oh. Holy shit, that gave us so much of our gauge. I see. Wait, so... Increases shroud gauge. Increases shroud gauge. Yes, we love more buttons. It's never confusing as to what they are meant to do and how you're supposed to work them in. I literally have never actually pressed either of these two buttons at all. Okay, so we do that. This increases the shroud gauge. Does it have to be at... Yeah, okay, so that has to be at 50. Oh wait, we have another one of each, right? They have 2 charges? But there's one for single target and one for AoE. Oh yeah, okay, so Soul Scythe is AoE, Soul Slice is single target. Okay. Oh, and they share... Okay. We're figuring it out. We're so close. Okay, and then we do that. So now we get to try the thing that we wanted to try, which I want to zoom in a little bit. Oh shit. Oh, that scared me. The little Reaper there up there scared me. So we're gonna have to move him, but what does this look like? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love. That looks so cool. Okay, so these are all different now. Cross reaping. Grim reaping. Enemies in a cone. That's so fucking cool. I am very happy with this. Alright, let's real quick though, before I forget, we're gonna move the Reaper dude down here. No, I don't want to be in combat with the striking dummy. I don't remember how far away I have to go. Okay, that's really cool. I really like that. I think this is solidifying that we are going to take Reaper through MSQ so I can play it more. Because I really like it. I have really liked it the whole, like, since I unlocked it, but that was awesome. Grim Reaping is AoE, the other two is single target, and they alternate. Always use the highlighted one for more damage. Okay. Okay, I will try to remember that. You may have to remind me again in the future as I run it through more things. But yeah, like, I never have used these. I should probably use them. There's a lot of stuff. I just want to get it to a point where, like, the thing, like I was saying with the hopper, I feel like it's mostly good, but I feel like it still feels clunky in terms of things that can combo, and I don't know where to put things. Because the way that I generally organize them is like, these are just like your normal attacks, right? And they usually combo for most jobs, and then AoEs are on 4 and 5. And then other combo things kind of live in 6 and down below. And so these are all like the really short, like the global cooldowns, right? The GCDs. And then the other things that are not necessarily like normally off global cooldowns are up here. And just what I need access to more is higher up. and then this is like limit break, and then like these other things that like these two, like Faint and Bloodbath, I use a lot on Reaper. The other ones I haven't really touched, but like just to have them if I need them, right? And that's kind of how all the job bars are set up. But like I feel like the comboing, like I was saying in the job quest duty thing, like it always feels a little bit clunky, and I feel like I don't quite see all the combos that highlight. Like this one, for example, I miss all the time because it's just in the middle here, but I don't know a better place to put it. So hopefully I get to figure that out. Like if I run Reaper more and keep leveling it and take it through MSQ and stuff, hopefully I will be able to figure out a way to kind of get it settled to where it feels good. Because like everything, most of the other jobs, they feel pretty set. It makes sense. This is the one I've kind of struggled with the most so far, in terms of getting the buttons laid out in a way that makes sense and that feels good in like a battle, you know? If you ever have any Reaper questions, I can actually help for a change. Are you a Reaper enjoyer as well? That is maybe the weirdest way I could have asked that. I heard it come out of my mouth and I was like, why are you phrasing it this way, Sar? Why did you choose that phrasing? Yes, I probably will have questions though, Rifts, and I appreciate the guidance and any that you can provide. Because I really like playing Reaper, but I feel like I still have a lot to learn. Like obviously evidenced by like it's like, oh, these two buttons I never pressed, I don't know what they do. So yeah, are you a Reaper enjoyer? No, don't immortalize it, that. No. You don't kiss and tell. That's fair. I wouldn't ask you to. Oh god. Okay, on this super not awkward note that I have created entirely by myself, I am going to leave you guys for the evening. But yes, I will be super happy for any guidance you have. And then also Rifts, like if I'm doing anything with Reaper in the game, like I know it says like no backseating or whatever, but if you're like, hey, you should actually do XYZ instead of ABC, like I will happily welcome all knowledge you have. I don't consider that like super backseating by any stretch. But yeah, if you see something you're like, hey, maybe you don't do that, definitely let me know, because I want to understand how it works, and I feel like I have a basic understanding of Reaper, but I want to understand it more completely because it's really fun and I really like it. So yeah, the more I can learn, the better. Yep, I am definitely running away from what I said. Running away from the awkwardness that I'm sure I'm the only one that feels the awkwardness. But also it is slightly after midnight. I am fairly tired. And I will leave you all. This is unfortunately the last stream for the week. It's a very short week for streams, because I'm moving on Friday morning. So I'm going to be packing up my computer tomorrow before I stream, before stream time. So we'll be back again next week, which feels very far away at this point. But thank you guys for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. I would never tell you what to do, but I would likely tell you how things work so you can understand what you are or aren't doing. I will also happily take that information as well. Like any information you want to share, not just about Reaper, but just if there's anything in 14 in general or anything else. I love learning, and I love like understanding things on a deeper level as well. So all knowledge is always welcome. Thank you guys for hanging